Welcome, weary traveler, to a realm where the veil between worlds thins, where the whispers of ancient forests carry secrets untold, and where the gentle Sidhe beckon from misty doorways. Tonight, we embark on a journey into the heart of Celtic mythology, exploring the ethereal otherworld and its captivating portals. Imagine, if you will, a land shrouded in perpetual twilight, where the boundaries of reality blur and the echoes of forgotten gods resonate through the ages. This is the Celtic Otherworld, a realm of myth and magic, of dreams and nightmares, a place both alluring and perilous. It is not a single monolithic entity, but rather a tapestry of interconnected realms, each with its own unique character and inhabitants. Think of it as a series of nested realities, accessible through specific locations and under particular circumstances. One of the most evocative depictions of the otherworld is Tir na Nog, the land of youth. This paradisiacal realm is often described as an island paradise, bathed in eternal sunlight and teeming with boundless joy. Here, time flows differently, and mortals who venture into its embrace may find themselves returning to their own world decades later, only to discover that mere days have passed. The allure of Tir na Nog lies in its promise of eternal youth, beauty, and happiness, a stark contrast to the hardships and sorrows of mortal existence. Consider the tale of Oisin, a legendary Irish warrior who was lured to Tir na Nog by the beautiful fairy princess Niamh. He spent what he believed to be 3 years in this enchanted realm, only to return to Ireland and discover that 3 centuries had passed. Another significant otherworld realm is the Welsh underworld. Unlike the idyllic Tir na Nog, and is often portrayed as a darker, more mysterious place, ruled by powerful deities and inhabited by otherworldly creatures. It is a realm of both danger and wonder, a place where mortals may encounter both benevolent spirits and malevolent forces, and is not necessarily a place of punishment, but rather a realm of transformation and initiation, where those who dare to venture within may emerge with newfound wisdom and power. The Welsh hero Pwyll, Prince of Dyfed, famously spent a year in and forging a bond with its ruler, Arawn, and exchanging places with him for a time. This experience transformed Pwyll, imbuing him with courage, cunning, and a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of the worlds. These otherworld realms are not merely fantastical inventions. They reflect the Celtic understanding of the universe as a complex and multifaceted entity. The Celts believed that the physical world was intertwined with the spiritual realm, and that communication between these realms was possible through specific portals and intermediaries. These portals, often located in liminal spaces such as forests, lakes, and caves, serve as gateways to the otherworld, allowing mortals to glimpse the wonders and dangers that lay beyond. Imagine standing at the edge of an ancient forest, the air thick with mist, the silence broken only by the rustling of leaves. You sense a presence, an energy that vibrates through the very ground beneath your feet. This is a place where the veil between worlds thins, where the otherworld draws near. The gentle Sidhe, also known as the fair folk, are among the most prominent inhabitants of the Celtic Otherworld. These ethereal beings are often depicted as beautiful and alluring, with a deep connection to the natural world. They are not simply benevolent fairies, however. They possess a complex and often capricious nature, capable of both great kindness and terrible cruelty. The Sidhe are guardians of ancient knowledge and protectors of sacred places, and they demand respect from those who would enter their realm. Picture a moonlit glade where slender figures dance in a circle, their laughter echoing through the trees. These are the Sidhe, the fair folk, the guardians of the otherworld. The Sidhe are often associated with specific locations, such as ancient burial mounds, standing stones, and fairy rings. These places are believed to be portals to the otherworld, and mortals who venture near them may find themselves drawn into the realm of the Sidhe. It is important to approach these places with caution and respect, for the Sidhe are easily offended, and their wrath can be swift and terrible. Consider the tale of the man who dared to disturb a fairy ring, only to be cursed with misfortune and illness. The Sidhe are not to be trifled with. The concept of the otherworld portal is deeply ingrained in Celtic mythology and folklore. These portals are not simply physical locations. They are also states of mind, moments of heightened awareness, and opportunities for spiritual transformation. By embracing the mysteries of the otherworld and respecting the power of the Sidhe, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. Think of meditation as a personal portal, a way to access inner realms of peace, insight, and creativity. Let us delve deeper into the lore of these misty doorways, the gateways that connect our mortal realm with the enchanting otherworld. These are not mere geographical locations, but rather liminal spaces, thresholds where the veil between realities thins, allowing for passage, interaction, and sometimes unintended consequences. These portals are often shrouded in mist, hidden within ancient forests, or found shimmering beneath the surface of sacred lakes. They are places of power, imbued with the essence of the otherworld, and guarded by the watchful eyes of the Sidhe. One of the most common types of otherworld portals is the ancient burial mound, or city mound. These mounds, often dating back thousands of years, are believed to be the dwelling places of the Sidhe. They are not simply tombs, but rather gateways to the otherworld, where the spirits of the ancestors reside. To the Celts, the ancestors were not simply figures of the past, but rather active participants in the present, offering guidance and protection to their descendants. The Sidhe mounds were therefore places of great reverence, where mortals could connect with the wisdom of the past and seek the blessings of the Sidhe. Imagine standing atop a grassy knoll, the wind whispering through the ancient stones that mark the entrance to the mound. You feel a connection to the past, a sense of belonging to something larger than yourself. Another type of otherworld portal is the standing stone, or menhir. These towering stones, often arranged in circles or rows, are believed to be imbued with magical energy. They are not simply monuments, but rather conduits for the power of the earth, connecting the physical world with the spiritual realm. The standing stones were often used for rituals and ceremonies, where the Celts would seek to harness the power of the otherworld for healing, divination, and protection. Picture a circle of standing stones silhouetted against the setting sun, the air crackling with energy. You feel a sense of awe and wonder, as if you were standing on the edge of something truly extraordinary. Fairy rings, those circles of darker green grass, often found in meadows and fields, are another type of otherworld portal. These rings are believed to be the dancing places of the Sidhe, and mortals who venture inside them may find themselves transported to the otherworld. Time flows differently within a fairy ring, and those who spend even a short time inside may return to their own world to find that years, or even centuries, have passed. It is therefore wise to avoid fairy rings, or to approach them with great caution and respect. Imagine stumbling upon a circle of lush green grass in the middle of a field, the air filled with an otherworldly music. You feel an irresistible urge to step inside, but a sense of foreboding holds you back. Sacred lakes and wells are also considered to be otherworld portals. These bodies of water are believed to be inhabited by powerful spirits, and mortals who offer them gifts or prayers may receive blessings in return. The water itself is often seen as a conduit for the power of the otherworld, capable of healing, purification, and divination. Imagine standing at the edge of a still, dark lake, the surface reflecting the stars like a mirror. You feel a sense of peace and tranquility, as if you're gazing into the depths of your own soul. The mist itself is often seen as a portal to the otherworld. When a mist descends, the boundaries of reality blur, and the world takes on an ethereal quality. It is during these times that the Sidhe are most likely to appear, and mortals may find themselves drawn into the otherworld without even realizing it. Imagine walking through a forest on a foggy morning, the trees shrouded in mist, the path ahead obscured. You feel a sense of disorientation, as if you are lost in a dream. The concept of the otherworld portal is not limited to physical locations. It can also refer to specific times of year, such as Samhain, Halloween, when the veil between worlds is believed to be at its thinnest. During Samhain, the spirits of the dead are said to return to the earth, and mortals may communicate with them through rituals and ceremonies. It is a time of both celebration and remembrance, a time to honor the ancestors and to acknowledge the cyclical nature of life and death. Imagine gathering around a bonfire on a cold autumn night, the flames dancing and casting shadows on the faces of those gathered. You feel a connection to the past, a sense of continuity that transcends time. The otherworld portals are not simply gateways to a different realm. They're also gateways to different states of consciousness. By entering these portals, either physically or mentally, we can access hidden aspects of ourselves, tap into our intuition, and gain a deeper understanding of the mysteries of the universe. Think of dreams as personal otherworld portals, offering glimpses into the subconscious mind and providing opportunities for self-discovery. The Sidhe, as guardians of these portals, play a crucial role in determining who is allowed to pass through and what they will experience on the other side. They are not always benevolent, and mortals who approach the otherworld with disrespect or ill intentions may face dire consequences. It is therefore essential to approach these portals with humility, reverence, and a willingness to learn. Consider the story of the arrogant knight who sought to conquer the otherworld, only to be defeated and humiliated by the Sidhe. The otherworld is not to be taken lightly. The legends of the misty doorways and the gentle Sidhe are not merely tales of fantasy. They are reflections of the Celtic worldview, which saw the universe as a complex and interconnected web of realities. By exploring these legends, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the richness and beauty of Celtic mythology and for the enduring power of the human imagination. Imagine yourself standing before a misty doorway, the air filled with the scent of wildflowers and the sound of distant music. Do you dare to step through and explore the wonders that lie beyond? Now, let's explore the role of specific deities and figures associated with these otherworld portals, examining their powers, responsibilities, and the stories that intertwine them with the misty doorways and the Sidhe. These figures often act as gatekeepers, guides, or even obstacles for those seeking to traverse the boundaries between worlds. One of the most prominent figures associated with the otherworld is the goddess Danu, often considered the mother of the Tuatha De Danann, the Irish pantheon of gods and goddesses. Danu is a powerful earth goddess associated with fertility, abundance, and wisdom. She is also seen as a guardian of the otherworld, protecting its secrets from those who would misuse them. Danu's influence permeates the land, and many sacred sites, such as springs, rivers, and groves, are dedicated to her. Imagine a serene forest glade where a spring bubbles forth from the earth, surrounded by lush vegetation. This is a place where the presence of Danu can be felt, a portal to the nurturing energies of the otherworld. Another important figure is the god Luff, a master of all arts and crafts, and a powerful warrior. Luff is often depicted as a solar deity, associated with light, knowledge, and skill. He is also a key figure in the mythology surrounding the festival of Lughnasadh, which marks the beginning of the harvest season. Luffa's connection to the otherworld lies in his ability to bridge the gap between the mortal realm and the divine, using his skills and knowledge to benefit both worlds. Picture a skilled craftsman forging a weapon or creating a work of art, imbued with the power of Luff. This is an example of how the energies of the otherworld can manifest in the mortal realm through skill and creativity. The Morrigan, a complex and multifaceted goddess, is another key figure in Celtic mythology. She is often associated with war, fate, and death, but she is also a powerful protector of the land and its people. The Morrigan's connection to the otherworld is particularly strong, as she is said to be able to shape-shift and travel between worlds at will. She often appears as a raven, a symbol of both death and prophecy. Imagine a battlefield where ravens circle overhead, watching the carnage unfold. This is a place where the presence of the Morgan can be felt, a reminder of the power of fate and the inevitability of death. Ceridwen, a Welsh goddess of wisdom and inspiration, is another figure closely associated with the Otherworld. She is often depicted as a powerful sorceress, brewing a potion of knowledge and enlightenment in her magical cauldron. Ceridwen's cauldron is a symbol of transformation and rebirth, representing the potential for growth and change that lies within each of us. Imagine a steaming cauldron filled with bubbling ingredients, the air thick with the scent of herbs and spices. This is a symbol of the transformative power of the Otherworld, the potential for growth and enlightenment that lies within each of us. Beyond these major deities, there are countless other figures associated with the Otherworld, including local spirits, ancestral figures, and mythical creatures. Each of these figures plays a role in shaping the landscape of the Otherworld and influencing the interactions between mortals and the divine. These figures often act as intermediaries, guiding mortals through the challenges and opportunities that await them in the Otherworld. The stories surrounding these deities and figures are not simply tales of gods and goddesses. They are reflections of the Celtic worldview, which saw the universe as a complex and interconnected web of relationships. By understanding these relationships, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the richness and beauty of Celtic mythology and for the enduring power of the human imagination. Now, let us consider the practical implications of these beliefs about otherworld portals and the Sidhe. How did the Celts interact with these realms? And what rituals and practices did they employ to ensure safe passage and favorable outcomes? The Celts believed that approaching the Otherworld required careful preparation and adherence to specific protocols. They understood that the Sidhe were powerful and capricious beings, and that disrespect or ill intentions could have dire consequences. Therefore, they developed a range of rituals and practices designed to appease the Sidhe and ensure safe passage through the Otherworld portals. One of the most common practices was the offering of gifts. The Celts would leave offerings of food, drink, and other valuable items at sacred sites, such as burial mounds, standing stones, and springs. These offerings were intended to appease the Sidhe and demonstrate respect for their power. The act of giving was seen as a way to establish a relationship with the Otherworld, creating a sense of reciprocity and mutual obligation. Imagine leaving a small offering of milk and honey at the base of an ancient oak tree, a gesture of respect for the spirits of the forest. Another important practice was the performance of rituals and ceremonies. These rituals were often performed at specific times of year, such as Samhain, when the veil between worlds was believed to be at its thinnest. The rituals typically involved chanting, drumming, dancing, and other forms of ecstatic expression, designed to induce a state of altered consciousness and facilitate communication with the Otherworld. The goal was to create a sacred space where the boundaries between the mortal realm and the divine could be temporarily dissolved. Picture a group of people dancing around a bonfire, their faces illuminated by the flames, their voices rising in a hypnotic chant. Storytelling played a crucial role in shaping the Celtic understanding of the otherworld and the Sidhe. The Celts were renowned for their oral traditions, and stories were passed down from generation to generation, preserving the wisdom and knowledge of the ancestors. These stories often featured encounters with the otherworld, highlighting the dangers and rewards of interacting with the Sidhe. By listening to these stories, the Celts learned how to navigate the otherworld safely and respectfully. Imagine sitting around a crackling fire, listening to an elder tell tales of brave heroes and mischievous fairies, the stories weaving a tapestry of myth and magic. Music was also an integral part of Celtic spirituality, and certain types of music were believed to have the power to open portals to the otherworld. The haunting melodies of the harp, the rhythmic beat of the drum, and the soaring notes of the flute were all used to create a sense of connection with the divine. Music was seen as a language of the soul, capable of transcending the limitations of the physical world and accessing the deeper realms of consciousness. Picture a lone harpist playing a haunting melody in a moonlit glade, the music drawing listeners into a state of reverie and transporting them to the other world. The Celts also employed various forms of divination to gain insights into the other world and the intentions of the Sidhe. Divination involved using tools such as ogham stones, rune stones, and water gazing to interpret signs and omens. By carefully observing the natural world and interpreting the symbols that appeared, the Celts could gain valuable information about the future and make informed decisions about their interactions with the otherworld. Imagine casting ogham stones onto a cloth, carefully interpreting the symbols that appear to gain insights into a hidden situation. Dreams were also considered to be portals to the otherworld, providing glimpses into the subconscious mind and offering opportunities for communication with the Sidhe. The Celts believed that dreams were messages from the divine, and they paid close attention to the symbols and emotions that arose during their sleep. By interpreting their dreams, they could gain valuable insights into their own lives and the workings of the universe. Imagine waking up from a vivid dream, filled with strange symbols and powerful emotions, and carefully recording the details to unravel its hidden meaning. The Celts also recognized the importance of maintaining a strong connection with the natural world. They believed that the other world was intimately intertwined with the physical realm, and that by respecting and caring for the environment, they could maintain a harmonious relationship with the divine. They revered trees, animals, and other natural elements, seeing them as sacred manifestations of the otherworld. Imagine walking through a forest, feeling a sense of connection with the trees, the animals, and the earth beneath your feet, recognizing the sacredness of all living things. These rituals and practices were not simply superstitious beliefs. They were integral to the Celtic worldview, shaping their understanding of the universe and their place within it. By approaching the other world with respect, humility, and a willingness to learn, the Celts sought to maintain a harmonious relationship with the Sidhe and harness the power of the divine for the benefit of their communities. Imagine a world where the boundaries between the physical and spiritual realms are blurred, where the natural world is revered as sacred and where communication with the divine is an everyday occurrence. This was the world of the ancient Celts. Let us now turn our attention to the enduring legacy of these beliefs about otherworld portals and the Sidhe. How have these ancient traditions influenced modern culture, and what lessons can we learn from them today? The Celtic traditions surrounding the otherworld and the Sidhe have had a profound and lasting impact on Western culture. From literature and art to music and film, the imagery and themes of Celtic mythology continue to resonate with audiences around the world. The concept of the otherworld as a realm of magic and mystery, inhabited by ethereal beings, has captured the imagination of countless artists and writers, inspiring countless works of creativity. In literature, the influence of Celtic mythology can be seen in the works of J.R.R. Tolkien, whose Lord of the Rings trilogy draws heavily on Celtic themes and imagery. The elves of Middle-earth, with their ethereal beauty and deep connection to the natural world, are clearly inspired by the Sidhe. The concept of a hidden realm, accessible through specific portals, is also a recurring motif in Tolkien's work. Imagine reading The Lord of the Rings, recognizing the echoes of Celtic mythology in the landscapes, the characters, and the themes of the story. The Arthurian legends, which have been retold and reinterpreted countless times over the centuries, also draw heavily on Celtic mythology. The figure of Merlin, the powerful sorcerer who advises King Arthur, is often seen as a representation of the Celtic Druids, the wise and learned priests who acted as intermediaries between the mortal realm and the divine. The island of Avalon, where King Arthur is taken to be healed after his final battle, is another clear reference to the Celtic Otherworld. Imagine watching a film adaptation of the Arthurian legends, recognizing the Celtic influences in the costumes, the settings, and the magical elements of the story. In art, the influence of Celtic mythology can be seen in the intricate knotwork designs that adorn countless objects, from jewelry and clothing to manuscripts and monuments. These knotwork designs are not simply decorative. They're symbolic representations of the interconnectedness of all things, reflecting the Celtic belief in the cyclical nature of life and the interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual realms. Imagine admiring a piece of Celtic jewelry, marveling at the intricate knotwork design and recognizing the deeper symbolism it represents. In music, the influence of Celtic mythology can be heard in the haunting melodies and evocative lyrics of traditional Celtic folk songs. These songs often tell stories of love, loss, and longing, set against the backdrop of the rugged landscapes and ancient ruins of Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. The music evokes a sense of mystery and magic, transporting listeners to a world where the boundaries between the physical and spiritual realms are blurred. Imagine listening to a traditional Celtic folk song, feeling the emotions of the story resonating within your soul, and being transported to a world of myth and magic. In film, the influence of Celtic mythology can be seen in movies such as Braveheart, which depicts the struggle for Scottish independence, and The Secret of Kells, an animated film that tells the story of the creation of the Book of Kells, a masterpiece of Celtic art. These films showcase the beauty and power of Celtic culture, introducing audiences to the rich history and mythology of the Celtic people. Imagine watching a film that celebrates Celtic culture, learning about the history, the mythology, and the traditions of the Celtic people. Beyond these specific examples, the influence of Celtic mythology can be seen in countless other aspects of modern culture, from fantasy literature and role-playing games to environmental activism and spiritual practices. The enduring appeal of Celtic mythology lies in its ability to connect us with our ancestors, to remind us of the importance of the natural world, and to inspire us to explore the mysteries of the universe. Imagine participating in a modern-day Druid ceremony, feeling a connection to the ancient traditions and the wisdom of the ancestors. By studying the Celtic traditions surrounding the Otherworld and the Sidhe, we can gain valuable insights into the human condition and our relationship with the world around us. We can learn to appreciate the beauty and power of the natural world, to respect the wisdom of the ancestors, and to embrace the mysteries of the universe. We can also learn to be more mindful of our interactions with the spiritual realm, approaching it with respect, humility, and a willingness to learn. The Celtic traditions remind us that the world is not simply a collection of physical objects, but rather a complex and interconnected web of relationships. They teach us that the spiritual realm is not something separate from the physical realm, but rather an integral part of it. They encourage us to cultivate a sense of wonder and awe, to appreciate the beauty and mystery of the world around us, and to seek out the hidden portals that connect us with the divine. The legends of the Misty doorways and the gentle Sidhe are not simply tales of fantasy. They're invitations to explore the depths of our own imaginations and to connect with the ancient wisdom of the Celtic people. By embracing these legends, we can enrich our lives, deepen our understanding of the world, and awaken our own spiritual potential. Imagine yourself standing before a misty doorway, ready to embark on a journey into the unknown, trusting in your own intuition and the guidance of the Sidhe. What wonders will you discover on the other side? The gentle Sidhe, often depicted as ethereal beings of immense beauty and power, hold a significant place in Celtic lore. They are far more than just fairies. They are guardians of the otherworld, beings deeply connected to nature, magic, and the ancient wisdom of the land. Let's explore their multifaceted nature, their interactions with humans, and the lessons their stories impart. The Sidhe are often described as tall, slender figures with pale skin, luminous eyes, and flowing hair. They possess an otherworldly grace and beauty that can be both captivating and unsettling. Their clothing is typically made from natural materials, such as leaves, flowers, and woven grasses, reflecting their close connection to the environment. They are often adorned with jewelry made from silver, gold, and precious stones, symbols of their wealth and power. Imagine encountering a Sidhe in a moonlit forest glade, their beauty radiating an ethereal glow, their presence filling the air with a sense of magic and wonder. The Sidhe are not a homogeneous group. They're divided into various tribes and factions, each with its own unique characteristics and customs. Some Sidhe are benevolent and helpful, offering guidance and assistance to humans in need. Others are mischievous and capricious, delighting in playing tricks and causing chaos. Still others are malevolent and dangerous, seeking to harm or even destroy those who cross their path. It is important to approach the Sidhe with caution and respect, for their intentions are not always clear. The Sidhe are deeply connected to the natural world, and they are often associated with specific locations, such as forests, lakes, rivers, and mountains. They are said to be the guardians of these places, protecting them from harm and ensuring their continued vitality. They are also skilled shapeshifters, able to transform themselves into animals, plants, or even inanimate objects. This ability allows them to move freely through the natural world and to observe the actions of humans without being detected. Imagine walking through a forest, unaware that you're being watched by a Sidhe who has taken the form of a bird, a tree, or a stone. The Sidhe are often depicted as living in elaborate underground palaces, filled with treasures and wonders beyond human comprehension. These palaces are said to be located in the heart of the earth, accessible only through secret portals and hidden pathways. Time flows differently in the Sidhe palaces, and those who venture inside may find themselves returning to their own world to find that years, or even centuries, have passed. Imagine stumbling upon a hidden entrance to a Sidhe palace, the air shimmering with magic, the promise of untold riches and wonders beckoning you inside. The Sidhe have a complex relationship with humans, often characterized by both attraction and distrust. They are drawn to human creativity, passion, and ingenuity, but they are also wary of human greed, violence, and disrespect for the natural world. They may offer gifts or assistance to humans who earn their favor, but they are quick to punish those who offend them. It is important to approach the Sidhe with humility, respect, and a willingness to learn, for their judgment is swift and their memory is long. The stories of the Sidhe are filled with warnings about the dangers of greed, pride, and disrespect for the natural world. They teach us that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in wisdom, compassion, and a harmonious relationship with the environment. They remind us that the world is a sacred place and that we must treat it with reverence and care. Imagine reading a tale of a human who sought to exploit the Sidhe for their own gain, only to be punished with misfortune and despair. The Sidhe are not to be trifled with. The Sidhe also embody the power of imagination, creativity, and the importance of maintaining a connection to the mystical realms. They remind us that there is more to the world than meets the eye, and that by embracing our own inner magic, we can unlock our full potential. They encourage us to dream, to create, and to believe in the impossible. Imagine feeling inspired by the stories of the Sidhe to pursue your own creative passions, to express your unique talents, and to bring beauty and wonder into the world. The legends of the gentle Sidhe are not simply tales of fantasy. They are reflections of the Celtic worldview, which saw the universe as a complex and interconnected web of realities. By exploring these legends, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the richness and beauty of Celtic mythology and for the enduring power of the human imagination. Imagine yourself standing before a hidden portal to the Sidhe realm, ready to embark on a journey into the unknown, trusting in your own intuition and the guidance of the fair folk. What adventures await you on the other side? The concept of portals to other dimensions, like those leading to the Sidhe realm, has fascinated humanity for millennia. While modern science hasn't yet confirmed the existence of such portals in the literal sense described in Celtic mythology, it does explore concepts that resonate with the idea of interconnected realities and hidden dimensions. String theory, for instance, proposes that our universe is not the only one, and that there may be an infinite number of other universes existing alongside our own, potentially interacting with each other in ways we don't yet understand. Imagine these universes as bubbles floating in a vast cosmic ocean, sometimes bumping into each other, creating ripples and disturbances that could manifest as unexplained phenomena or perhaps even portals. These theoretical portals wouldn't necessarily be shimmering doorways in a forest, but rather subtle distortions in space-time, allowing for the exchange of energy or even matter between different universes. The search for dark matter and dark energy, which together make up the vast majority of the universe's mass and energy, also hints at the existence of hidden realms and forces that are beyond our current understanding. Dark matter, for example, interacts with gravity but doesn't emit, absorb, or reflect light, making it invisible to our telescopes. It's like a shadow world, existing alongside our own, but remaining elusive and mysterious. Could the Sidhe, in some metaphorical sense, be a representation of this hidden reality, a realm of unseen forces and energies that influence our world in subtle but profound ways? Perhaps the stories of the Sidhe are a way of grappling with the unknown, of trying to make sense of the mysteries that lie beyond the reach of our senses. The human fascination with altered states of consciousness, achieved through meditation, psychedelics, or near-death experiences, also touches upon the idea of accessing other realities. These states of mind can often involve vivid hallucinations, feelings of transcendence, and a sense of connection to something larger than oneself. Could these experiences be glimpses into other dimensions, fleeting moments where the veil between worlds thins and we catch a glimpse of something beyond our ordinary perception? The brain is a powerful organ, capable of creating incredibly realistic and immersive experiences, and it's possible that these altered states are simply the result of neural activity. However, the persistent universality of these experiences across cultures and throughout history suggests that there may be something more to them, a deeper connection to the mysteries of consciousness and the nature of reality itself. Imagine closing your eyes and entering a state of deep meditation, feeling your awareness expand beyond the confines of your physical body, and sensing the presence of other beings or realms of existence. The concept of synchronicity, coined by Carl Jung, also provide the framework for understanding how seemingly random events can be connected in meaningful ways. Synchronicities are coincidences that are so improbable and meaningful that they seem to defy explanation by chance alone. It's like the universe is trying to tell you something, weaving together seemingly unrelated events to create a pattern or message. Could these synchronicities be a sign of the interconnectedness of all things, a subtle manifestation of the underlying unity of reality? Perhaps the Sidhe, in their role as guardians of the natural world, are also involved in orchestrating these synchronicities, guiding us along our paths and helping us to see the deeper meaning in our lives. The Celtic reverence for nature is another key aspect of their worldview that resonates with modern ecological thinking. The Sidhe, as beings deeply connected to the natural world, embody the importance of respecting and protecting the environment. They remind us that we are not separate from nature, but rather an integral part of it, and that our actions have consequences for the entire ecosystem. The current environmental crisis, with its threats of climate change, deforestation, and pollution, underscores the importance of adopting a more sustainable and harmonious way of living with the planet. Perhaps the stories of the Sidhe can serve as a reminder of the wisdom of the ancient Celts, who understood the importance of living in balance with nature and respecting the sacredness of the earth. Imagine walking through a forest and feeling a deep sense of connection to the trees, the plants, and the animals, recognizing that they are all part of the same web of life. The enduring appeal of Celtic mythology lies in its ability to transport us to a world of magic, mystery, and wonder. The stories of the Sidhe, with their hidden portals and enchanting realms, offer a glimpse into a reality that is both familiar and strange, both comforting and unsettling. They remind us that there is more to life than meets the eye, and that by embracing our imagination and our connection to the natural world, we can unlock our full potential. Imagine yourself sitting around a campfire, listening to the tales of the Sidhe, feeling the warmth of the flames and the coolness of the night air, and letting your imagination soar to new heights. The stories of the Sidhe are not just stories. They're invitations to explore the depths of our own consciousness and to discover the magic that lies within us all. The power of storytelling itself is a significant aspect of Celtic culture and its connection to the Sidhe. Stories were not just entertainment. They were a way of transmitting knowledge, preserving history, and shaping cultural values. The oral tradition was particularly important, as stories were passed down from generation to generation through spoken word, evolving and adapting over time. The bards, or storytellers, held a position of great respect in Celtic society, as they were seen as keepers of wisdom and conduits to the otherworld. They were skilled in the art of weaving together words and music to create captivating narratives that could transport listeners to other realms. Perhaps the stories of the Sidhe are a way of keeping the memory of these ancient beings alive, of ensuring that their wisdom and magic are not forgotten. The concept of liminal spaces is also closely related to the idea of portals to the otherworld. Liminal spaces are transitional zones, places that are neither here nor there, neither one thing nor another. They could be physical places such as doorways, thresholds, or borderlands, or they could be psychological states such as moments of uncertainty, ambiguity, or change. These liminal spaces are often seen as places of power, where the veil between worlds thins and it becomes easier to access other dimensions. The Celtic lands, with their rugged landscapes, ancient ruins, and mystical forests, are full of liminal spaces that evoke a sense of mystery and wonder. Imagine standing on the edge of a cliff, looking out over the vast expanse of the ocean, feeling the wind in your hair and the spray of the waves on your face, and sensing the presence of something ancient and powerful. The Sidhe are often associated with specific locations, such as ancient burial mounds, standing stones, and sacred wells. These places were seen as gateways to the otherworld, places where the spirits of the ancestors could be contacted and where the power of the earth could be harnessed. The Celts believed that these locations were imbued with a special energy, a connection to the divine that could be felt by those who were sensitive to it. Many of these sites are still venerated today, attracting visitors from all over the world who seek to connect with the ancient wisdom of the Celts. Imagine visiting a stone circle, standing in the center of the circle, and feeling the energy of the stones surrounding you, connecting you to the earth and the cosmos. The symbolism of animals is also an important aspect of Celtic mythology and its connection to the Sidhe. Animals were seen as messengers from the otherworld, each possessing its own unique power and significance. The deer, for example, was associated with the goddess of the hunt and the forest, representing grace, intuition, and abundance. The raven was associated with wisdom, magic, and prophecy, serving as a guide and a messenger between worlds. The salmon was associated with knowledge, wisdom, and transformation, swimming upstream against the current to reach its destination. The Celts believed that by observing the behavior of animals, they could gain insights into the workings of the universe and the will of the gods. Imagine encountering a wild animal in the forest, feeling a sense of connection and understanding, and recognizing that it is a part of the same web of life as you are. The concept of shape-shifting is also closely linked to the Sidhe, as they're often depicted as being able to transform themselves into animals, objects, or even other people. This ability reflects their connection to the natural world and their mastery of magic. Shape-shifting can also be seen as a metaphor for the human ability to adapt, to change, and to transform ourselves throughout our lives. We are all capable of shape-shifting, in a sense, as we learn new skills, develop new perspectives, and grow into new versions of ourselves. Imagine yourself transforming into a different person, shedding your old skin and embracing a new identity, feeling the freedom and power of being able to reinvent yourself. The Celtic calendar, with its emphasis on seasonal cycles and festivals, reflects their deep connection to the natural world and their understanding of the rhythms of life. The festivals of Samhain, Beltane, Imbolc, and Lughnasadh marked important transitions in the year, celebrating the changing seasons and honoring the spirits of the land. These festivals were often associated with the Sidhe, who were believed to be particularly active during these times. Samhain, for example, marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter, a time when the veil between worlds thinned and the spirits of the dead could roam freely. Beltane marked the beginning of summer, a time of fertility, growth, and abundance. The Celtic calendar reminds us of the importance of living in harmony with nature and celebrating the cycles of life. Imagine celebrating a Celtic festival, gathering with friends and family, and honoring the spirits of the land. The concept of fate and destiny is also prominent in Celtic mythology, with the Sidhe often playing a role in shaping the destinies of humans. The idea of being predestined to follow a certain path can be both comforting and unsettling. It suggests that our lives are not entirely random, but rather that there is a purpose and a meaning to our existence. However, it also raises questions about free will and whether we truly have control over our own lives. The Celts believed that fate was not fixed, but rather that it could be influenced by our actions and choices. We have the power to shape our own destinies to a certain extent by making wise decisions and living in accordance with our values. Imagine yourself standing at a crossroads, facing a difficult decision, and knowing that the path you choose will determine the course of your life. The importance of honor, courage, and loyalty is also emphasized in Celtic mythology. The heroes of Celtic legend were often celebrated for their bravery, their selflessness, and their unwavering commitment to their friends and family. These values were seen as essential for maintaining social order and protecting the community. The Sidhe, as beings of great power and wisdom, also embodied these virtues. They were known for their fierce loyalty to those who earned their trust and their unwavering commitment to justice. Imagine yourself standing up for what you believe in, even in the face of adversity, and demonstrating the virtues of honor, courage, and loyalty. The concept of the sacred feminine is also an important aspect of Celtic mythology, with goddesses playing a prominent role in the pantheon. These goddesses represented the power of nature, the cycles of life, and the wisdom of the earth. They were often associated with fertility, healing, and protection. The Sidhe, as beings deeply connected to the natural world, also embodied this sacred feminine. They were often depicted as being beautiful, powerful, and wise, possessing a deep understanding of the mysteries of life. Imagine yourself connecting with the sacred feminine, embracing your own intuition, creativity, and compassion, and honoring the wisdom of the earth. The Celtic worldview, with its emphasis on interconnectedness, respect for nature, and belief in the power of the imagination, offers a valuable perspective for navigating the challenges of the modern world. By exploring the legends of the Sidhe, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the richness and beauty of Celtic mythology and for the enduring power of the human spirit. Imagine yourself living in harmony with nature, embracing your own creativity, and connecting with the magic that lies within you. The stories of the Sidhe are not just stories. They are invitations to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. The philosophical implications of the Sidhe and their otherworld connections extend into discussions of reality, perception, and the nature of consciousness. If, as the Celts believed, the veil between worlds is thin, then what does that say about the nature of reality itself? Is our everyday reality merely one layer of a multi-layered existence? Philosophers have long debated the nature of reality, with some arguing that it is purely objective and material, while others believe that it is shaped by our perceptions and experiences. The Celtic worldview, with its emphasis on the interconnectedness of all things, suggests that reality is more fluid and subjective than we might think. The idea of multiple realities existing simultaneously is also explored in quantum physics, which suggests that the universe is not as fixed and deterministic as classical physics would have us believe. Quantum mechanics proposes that particles can exist in multiple states at the same time, a phenomenon known as superposition, and that they only choose a specific state when they are observed. This raises questions about the role of the observer in shaping reality and whether there are other universes where different possibilities have played out. The many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, for example, suggests that every quantum event causes the universe to split into multiple universes, each representing a different outcome. The concept of interconnectedness, central to Celtic beliefs, also resonates with the scientific understanding of ecosystems. Just as the Sidhe are seen as being deeply connected to the natural world, ecologists recognize that all living things are interconnected in complex and interdependent relationships. The health of an ecosystem depends on the balance of these relationships, and any disruption to the system can have cascading effects. The Celtic reverence for nature reflects a deep understanding of this interconnectedness, a recognition that we are all part of the same web of life. The psychological benefits of engaging with mythology and folklore, such as the stories of the Sidhe, are also worth considering. These stories can provide us with a sense of meaning and purpose, helping us to connect with something larger than ourselves. They can also offer us a framework for understanding our own emotions and experiences, providing us with archetypal characters and situations that resonate with our own lives. By exploring these stories, we can gain insights into our own psyche and develop a greater sense of self-awareness. The creative inspiration that can be drawn from Celtic mythology is also undeniable. The stories of the Sidhe have inspired countless artists, writers, and musicians throughout history. The themes of magic, mystery, and the interconnectedness of all things provide a rich source of inspiration for creative expression. Whether it's painting a landscape that evokes the mystical atmosphere of the Celtic lands, writing a poem about the beauty and power of nature, or composing a piece of music that captures the ethereal quality of the Sidhe realm, Celtic mythology offers endless possibilities for artistic exploration. The cultural preservation aspect of studying Celtic mythology is also important. By learning about the beliefs and traditions of the Celts, we can help to preserve their cultural heritage and ensure that their stories are not forgotten. The Celtic languages, music, and art are all valuable expressions of human creativity and deserve to be celebrated and protected. By supporting Celtic culture, we can help to keep these traditions alive for future generations. The ethical considerations of interacting with the natural world, as reflected in the stories of the Sidhe, are also relevant to contemporary environmental issues. The Celts believed that the natural world was sacred and that it should be treated with respect. They understood that our actions have consequences for the environment and that we have a responsibility to protect it for future generations. The stories of the Sidhe serve as a reminder of the importance of living in harmony with nature and respecting the delicate balance of the ecosystem. The spiritual dimensions of Celtic mythology offer a path to connecting with something larger than ourselves. The stories of the Sidhe can inspire us to explore our own spirituality and to seek out a deeper connection with the divine. Whether it's through meditation, prayer, or simply spending time in nature, we can all find ways to connect with the spiritual realm and to experience a sense of peace and transcendence. The Celtic tradition offers a rich tapestry of spiritual practices and beliefs that can guide us on our journey. The element of mystery and the unknown that permeates Celtic mythology is perhaps its most enduring appeal. The stories of the Sidhe remind us that there are still mysteries in the world waiting to be discovered, and that there is always more to learn. By embracing the unknown, we can open ourselves up to new possibilities and expand our understanding of the universe. The Celtic spirit of adventure encourages us to explore the depths of our own consciousness and to venture into the uncharted territories of the mind. Imagine yourself embarking on a journey to the Celtic lands, visiting ancient ruins, exploring mystical forests, and listening to the tales of the Sidhe. Feel the connection to the past, the presence of the ancient spirits, and the magic of the land. Let the stories of the Celts inspire you to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life, to connect with nature, to embrace your creativity, and to seek out the magic that lies within you. The world is full of wonder and mystery, waiting to be discovered by those who are willing to open their hearts and minds. The Sidhe are waiting just beyond the veil, ready to guide you on your journey. The role of music in Celtic culture is intrinsically linked to the Sidhe, often portrayed as skilled musicians whose enchanting melodies could lure mortals into their realm. Music was not merely entertainment. It was a powerful force capable of influencing emotions, healing the sick, and even opening pathways to the other world. The harp, in particular, was revered as a sacred instrument, its strings believed to resonate with the very fabric of reality. The bards, skilled in both storytelling and music, were highly respected members of Celtic society, entrusted with preserving history and transmitting cultural values through their art. Imagine the haunting melodies of a Celtic harp echoing through an ancient forest, beckoning you closer to the hidden realm of the Sidhe. The connection between dreams and the Sidhe is another intriguing aspect of Celtic mythology. Dreams were seen as gateways to the subconscious mind, a realm where the boundaries between reality and imagination blurred. The Sidhe were believed to be able to enter our dreams, offering guidance, warnings, or simply mischievous amusement. Lucid dreaming, The ability to become aware that you're dreaming and to control your dream experiences could be seen as a way of consciously interacting with the Sidhe realm. Imagine drifting off to sleep, knowing that you may encounter the fair folk in your dreams and preparing to ask them your deepest questions. The use of symbolism and allegory in the stories of the Sidhe allows for multiple layers of interpretation. The stories can be understood literally as tales of magical beings and otherworldly realms, or they can be interpreted metaphorically as reflections of human psychology and the challenges of life. The Sidhe can represent our own inner demons, our hidden desires, or our potential for growth and transformation. By analyzing the symbolism in these stories, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The concept of sacred space is central to Celtic spirituality. Certain places, such as groves of trees, springs, and hilltops, were considered to be particularly sacred, imbued with a special energy or presence. These places were often used for rituals and ceremonies, as they were believed to be gateways to the otherworld. The Sidhe were often associated with these sacred spaces, acting as guardians and protectors of the land. Imagine visiting a sacred grove, feeling the energy of the trees and the earth, and sensing the presence of the Sidhe watching over you. The importance of intuition and inner guidance is also emphasized in Celtic mythology. The Sidhe were often seen as being able to communicate with humans through intuition, dreams, and synchronicities. By paying attention to our inner voice and trusting our gut feelings, we can receive guidance from the otherworld and make wiser decisions in our lives. The Celtic tradition encourages us to develop our intuition and to listen to the wisdom of our hearts. The cyclical nature of time is another key aspect of the Celtic worldview. The Celts saw time as a continuous cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, rather than a linear progression. This cyclical view of time is reflected in their festivals and rituals, which celebrate the changing seasons and honor the cycles of nature. The Sidhe, as beings who exist outside of linear time, embody this cyclical nature. They are timeless beings who have witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations and who understand the interconnectedness of all things. The power of intention and manifestation is also explored in Celtic mythology. The Celts believe that our thoughts and intentions have the power to shape our reality. By focusing our energy on positive outcomes and visualizing our goals, we can attract abundance and create the life we desire. The Sidhe, as beings of great power, are able to manifest their desires quickly and easily. By learning from their example, we can develop our own powers of manifestation and create a more fulfilling life. The concept of personal sovereignty is also central to Celtic spirituality. Each individual is seen as being responsible for their own destiny and for making their own choices. We have the power to choose our own path and to create our own reality. The Sidhe, as beings who are fiercely independent and self-reliant, embody this concept of personal sovereignty. They remind us that we are all capable of taking control of our lives and living according to our own values. The importance of community and connection is also emphasized in Celtic culture. The Celts lived in close-knit communities where everyone supported each other and worked together for the common good. The Sidhe, while often depicted as solitary beings, also value community and connection. They are deeply connected to the natural world and to each other. By fostering strong relationships and building supportive communities, we can create a more harmonious and fulfilling society. The role of humor and playfulness is also important in Celtic mythology. The Sidhe are often depicted as being mischievous and playful, enjoying jokes and games. Humor can be a powerful tool for coping with stress and for maintaining a positive outlook on life. By embracing our own sense of humor and playfulness, we can lighten our hearts and find joy in the everyday moments. The concept of transformation through initiation is a recurring theme in Celtic mythology. The heroes of Celtic legend often undergo a series of trials and challenges that transform them into stronger, wiser, and more compassionate individuals. These initiations can be seen as metaphors for the challenges we face in our own lives and the opportunities we have to grow and evolve. The Sidhe, as beings who have undergone their own initiations, can guide us on our own path of transformation. The importance of balance and harmony is also emphasized in Celtic spirituality. The Celts believed that it was essential to maintain balance in all aspects of life, including the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual realms. The Sidhe, as beings who are deeply connected to the natural world, understand the importance of balance and harmony. They strive to maintain equilibrium in their own lives and in the world around them. The concept of the soul journey is also central to Celtic beliefs. The Celts believe that the soul is immortal and that it embarks on a journey of learning and growth that spans multiple lifetimes. The Sidhe, as beings who have lived for centuries, have a deep understanding of the soul journey. They can offer guidance and support to those who are seeking to understand their own purpose in life. The power of forgiveness is also emphasized in Celtic spirituality. The Celts believed that it was essential to forgive ourselves and others for past mistakes. Forgiveness allows us to release negative emotions and to move forward with our lives. The Sidhe, as beings who have experienced both joy and sorrow, understand the importance of forgiveness. They can help us to heal from past wounds and to embrace the present moment. The importance of gratitude is also emphasized in Celtic culture. The Celts believed that it was essential to express gratitude for the blessings in our lives. Gratitude helps us to appreciate what we have and to attract more abundance into our lives. The Sidhe, as beings who are deeply connected to the natural world, are grateful for the beauty and abundance of the earth. They remind us to appreciate the simple things in life and to be thankful for all that we have. The concept of living in the present moment is also central to Celtic spirituality. The Celts believed that it was essential to focus on the present moment and to let go of worries about the past or the future. The Sidhe, as beings who exist outside of linear time, are always present in the moment. They remind us to appreciate the beauty of the present moment and to live each day to the fullest. The importance of self-care is also emphasized in Celtic culture. The Celts believed that it was essential to take care of our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Self-care allows us to recharge our batteries and to maintain a healthy balance in our lives. The Sidhe, as beings who are deeply connected to the natural world, understand the importance of self-care. They take time to rest, to connect with nature, and to nourish their bodies and souls. The concept of living a life of purpose is also central to Celtic spirituality. The Celts believe that each individual has a unique purpose in life, and that it is our responsibility to discover and fulfill that purpose. The Sidhe, as beings who have a deep understanding of the mysteries of life, can help us to discover our own purpose. They encourage us to follow our hearts, to pursue our passions, and to make a positive contribution to the world. The enduring legacy of Celtic mythology lies in its ability to inspire us to live a more meaningful, fulfilling, and connected life. The stories of the Sidhe offer a glimpse into a world of magic, mystery, and wonder, reminding us that there is more to life than meets the eye. By embracing the wisdom of the Celts, we can connect with our own inner magic, cultivate our intuition, and create a life that is aligned with our values and our purpose. The Sidhe are waiting just beyond the veil, ready to guide us on our journey. Are you ready to step through the misty doorway and explore the wonders of the otherworld? The intersection of Celtic mythology and modern technology presents a fascinating paradox. While the Celts were deeply connected to nature and revered the ancient ways, their stories and beliefs can find new expression and relevance through digital media. Video games, for instance, can transport players to immersive Celtic-inspired worlds, allowing them to interact with mythical creatures, explore sacred sites, and even shape their own destinies within these virtual realms. Imagine exploring a vast open-world game inspired by Celtic mythology, where you can encounter the Sidhe, solve ancient riddles, and learn about the history and traditions of the Celts. The use of augmented reality, AR, and virtual reality, VR, technologies could further enhance our engagement with Celtic mythology. Imagine using an AR app to overlay digital images of ancient Celtic ruins onto the real-world landscape, allowing you to experience these sites in a new and immersive way. Or imagine using a VR headset to transport yourself to a virtual reconstruction of a Celtic village, where you can interact with virtual characters and learn about their way of life. The internet provides a vast repository of information about Celtic mythology, making it accessible to anyone with a computer or smartphone. Online forums and communities allow people to connect with others who share their interest in Celtic culture, to discuss the meaning of the myths, and to share their own creative interpretations of these stories. Social media platforms can be used to share images, videos, and articles about Celtic mythology, raising awareness of this rich cultural heritage and inspiring others to learn more. The potential for using artificial intelligence, AI, to analyze and interpret Celtic mythology is also intriguing. AI algorithms could be used to identify patterns and connections within the stories, to generate new interpretations, and even to create new stories that are inspired by the Celtic tradition. Imagine an AI-powered storytelling engine that can generate personalized Celtic myths based on your own interests and preferences. However, it is important to approach the use of technology in relation to Celtic mythology with respect and sensitivity. It is crucial to avoid cultural appropriation and to ensure that the stories are presented in a way that is authentic and respectful of their origins. It is also important to be mindful of the potential for technology to disconnect us from nature and from the traditional ways of knowing. The goal should be to use technology to enhance our understanding and appreciation of Celtic mythology, not to replace it with a superficial or commercialized version. Imagine using technology to create a virtual Celtic cultural center, where people from all over the world can come together to learn about the history, traditions, and beliefs of the Celts. This center could offer online courses, virtual tours of sacred sites, and interactive exhibits that bring the stories of the Celts to life. It could also serve as a platform for contemporary Celtic artists, writers, and musicians to share their work with a global audience. The key is to find a balance between honoring the ancient traditions and embracing the possibilities of modern technology. By using technology in a thoughtful and respectful way, we can ensure that the stories of the Celts continue to inspire and enrich our lives for generations to come. The Sidhe, in their role as guardians of the natural world and keepers of ancient wisdom, would surely approve of our efforts to preserve and share their stories in a way that is both authentic and accessible. The misty doorways to the otherworld may be found not only in ancient forests and sacred sites, but also in the digital realms, waiting to be discovered by those who are willing to explore the mysteries of the Celtic tradition. The allure of the Celtic Otherworld extends far beyond mere storytelling. It represents a deep-seated human yearning to connect with something beyond the mundane, to glimpse the hidden dimensions that lie just beyond our perception. This yearning finds expression not only in mythology, but also in art, music, literature, and even scientific inquiry. Consider the concept of parallel universes, a staple of modern cosmology. While firmly rooted in mathematical models and observational data, the idea of multiple realities existing alongside our own echoes the ancient Celtic belief in the otherworld as a realm coexisting with, yet distinct from, our own. The many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, for instance, posits that every quantum measurement causes the universe to split into multiple universes, each representing a different possible outcome. This mind-bending concept, while vastly different in its scientific underpinnings, shares a common thread with the Celtic notion of a reality that is not limited to what we can perceive with our senses. The study of consciousness itself offers another fascinating point of intersection between science and Celtic mythology. Neuroscientists are constantly striving to understand the nature of subjective experience, to unravel the mystery of how our brains create the rich tapestry of thoughts, feelings, and sensations that constitute our inner world. The Celtic Otherworld, with its emphasis on dreams, visions, and altered states of consciousness can be seen as a symbolic representation of the vast, unexplored territories of the human mind. Perhaps the doorways to the otherworld are not merely geographical locations, but also gateways to altered states of awareness, accessible through meditation, trance, or other techniques that allow us to bypass the ordinary filters of perception. The experience of lucid dreaming, where individuals become aware that they are dreaming and can even control the content of their dreams, provides a tantalizing glimpse into the potential for consciously navigating these inner landscapes. The enduring appeal of the Sidhe, the inhabitants of the Celtic Otherworld, lies in their ambiguous nature. They are neither purely good nor purely evil, but rather possess a complex blend of traits, reflecting the inherent duality of human nature itself. They are often depicted as beautiful and alluring, but also as capricious and dangerous, capable of both great kindness and terrible cruelty. This ambiguity makes them far more compelling than simplistic heroes or villains, and it allows us to project our own hopes and fears onto them. The Sidhe can be seen as embodiments of the untamed forces of nature, representing the power and unpredictability of the natural world. Their connection to the land and their reverence for ancient wisdom resonates deeply with our modern concerns about environmental sustainability and the preservation of cultural heritage. In a world increasingly dominated by technology and urbanization, the Sidhe remind us of the importance of maintaining a connection to the natural world and to the traditions of our ancestors. The concept of time itself is also viewed differently in the Celtic Otherworld. Time is often portrayed as flowing differently in the Otherworld than in the mortal realm, with days passing like years or vice versa. This notion of nonlinear time is not entirely foreign to modern physics. Einstein's theory of relativity, for example, demonstrates that time is relative and can be affected by gravity and velocity. A clock on a spaceship traveling at near the speed of light would tick much slower than a clock on Earth. While this is a far cry from the magical time distortions of the Otherworld, it does illustrate the fact that our perception of time is not absolute and can be influenced by external factors. Furthermore, the concept of quantum entanglement, where two particles become linked in such a way that they share the same fate, regardless of the distance separating them, suggests that there may be connections between different points in space-time that are beyond our current understanding. Perhaps the Celtic Otherworld, with its fluid and interconnected nature, offers a symbolic representation of these deeper mysteries of time and space. The stories of heroes venturing into the otherworld to seek knowledge, power, or healing are archetypal narratives that resonate across cultures. These journeys often involve facing trials, overcoming obstacles, and ultimately returning transformed by their experiences. These narratives can be interpreted as metaphors for the personal journeys of self-discovery and spiritual growth that we all undertake in our own lives. The Otherworld, in this context, represents the unconscious mind, the realm of dreams, emotions, and repressed memories. By confronting our inner demons and integrating the shadow aspects of our personality, we can emerge from our own personal otherworld with greater wisdom, compassion, and self-awareness. The hero's journey, as described by Joseph Campbell, is a universal pattern that can be found in myths and legends from around the world, and the Celtic Otherworld provides a rich and compelling setting for this timeless narrative. The use of symbolism is central to understanding Celtic mythology. Every element of the stories, from the animals and plants to the colors and numbers, carries symbolic meaning. The oak tree, for example, is often associated with strength, wisdom, and longevity, while the salmon represents knowledge and prophecy. The number 3 is considered sacred in Celtic tradition, representing the interconnectedness of the 3 realms: earth, sea, and sky. By understanding the symbolic language of Celtic mythology, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the rich layers of meaning embedded within the stories. This symbolic language can also be seen as a reflection of the way our own minds work, using metaphors and analogies to make sense of the world around us. The ability to interpret symbols is a key aspect of human intelligence, and it allows us to communicate complex ideas and emotions in a concise and powerful way. The role of music and poetry in Celtic culture cannot be overstated. Bards and poets held a position of great honor in ancient Celtic society, serving as historians, storytellers, and keepers of tradition. Their songs and poems were not merely entertainment, but also a means of preserving cultural memory and transmitting knowledge from one generation to the next. The power of music to evoke emotions, transport us to other places, and connect us with others is well documented. Studies have shown that music can have a profound impact on our brains, affecting our mood, our heart rate, and even our immune system. The haunting melodies and evocative lyrics of Celtic music have the power to transport us to the misty landscapes and ancient forests of the otherworld, allowing us to experience the magic and mystery of Celtic mythology in a visceral and emotional way. The connection between Celtic mythology and the natural world is a recurring theme. The Celts had a deep respect for the environment and saw themselves as part of the natural world, not separate from it. They believed that spirits inhabited trees, rivers, and mountains, and they treated these places with reverence. This reverence for nature is reflected in the stories of the otherworld, which is often depicted as a place of great beauty and abundance, but also as a place of wildness and danger. The Sidhe, as guardians of the natural world, are often seen as protectors of the forests, rivers, and mountains. Their actions serve as a reminder of the importance of preserving our natural resources and living in harmony with the environment. The modern environmental movement can draw inspiration from the Celtic worldview, which emphasizes the interconnectedness of all living things and the importance of respecting the delicate balance of nature. The concept of transformation is central to many Celtic myths. Characters often undergo dramatic transformations, changing from human to animal, from male to female, or from mortal to immortal. These transformations can be seen as symbolic representations of the changes that we all experience in our own lives as we grow, learn, and evolve. The process of transformation is often associated with challenges and sacrifices, but it ultimately leads to greater wisdom and self-awareness. The stories of shapeshifters, such as the Selkies who can transform from seals to humans, are particularly evocative, exploring the boundaries between the human and animal worlds and the fluidity of identity. These stories remind us that we are all capable of change and that we should embrace the opportunities for growth and transformation that life presents to us. The importance of hospitality is another key theme in Celtic culture. Offering food, shelter, and companionship to strangers was considered a sacred duty, and those who violated this code of conduct were often punished severely. The stories of the Otherworld often feature encounters with strangers, some of whom turn out to be helpful and generous, while others prove to be treacherous and dangerous. These encounters serve as a reminder of the importance of treating all people with kindness and respect, regardless of their background or appearance. The concept of hospitality extends beyond the immediate act of offering food and shelter. It also encompasses the idea of creating a welcoming and inclusive community where everyone feels valued and respected. In a world that is often divided by conflict and prejudice, the Celtic emphasis on hospitality provides a valuable lesson in the importance of empathy and understanding. The use of humor in Celtic mythology is often overlooked, but it is an important element of the stories. Many of the tales feature witty dialogue, comical situations, and characters who are prone to mischief and trickery. This humor serves to lighten the mood and to make the stories more accessible and engaging. It also allows us to see the human side of the gods and goddesses, reminding us that they are not perfect beings, but rather flawed and relatable characters. The ability to laugh at ourselves and at the absurdities of life is a valuable trait, and the humor in Celtic mythology provides a welcome respite from the seriousness of the world. The trickster figure, such as the Irish god Luff, is a common archetype in mythology, representing the power of wit and intelligence to overcome adversity. The exploration of morality and ethics is also a prominent feature of Celtic mythology. The stories often present complex moral dilemmas, forcing characters to make difficult choices with far-reaching consequences. The consequences of these choices are not always clear-cut, and the stories often leave us to ponder the nature of good and evil and the complexities of human behavior. The Celtic legal system, known as the Brian Law, was based on principles of fairness, justice, and compensation. This legal system, which predates the Roman legal system, reflects the Celtic emphasis on ethical conduct and the importance of resolving disputes peacefully and fairly. The stories of the Otherworld often serve as allegories for the challenges of living a moral life, reminding us that our actions have consequences and that we must strive to make ethical choices, even when faced with difficult situations. The power of storytelling itself is celebrated in Celtic mythology. The bards and poets were not merely entertainers, but also keepers of knowledge and tradition. Their stories had the power to inspire, to heal, and to transform. The act of storytelling is a fundamental human activity, and it plays a vital role in shaping our understanding of the world and our place in it. The stories of the Otherworld provide a rich source of inspiration for writers, artists, and musicians, and they continue to be retold and reinterpreted in new and creative ways. The enduring appeal of these stories lies in their ability to connect us to the past, to illuminate the present, and to inspire us to create a better future. The oral tradition of storytelling, which was central to Celtic culture, emphasizes the importance of community and the power of shared experience. The concept of fate and destiny is also explored in Celtic mythology. The stories often feature prophecies and predictions, and characters are often portrayed as being subject to forces beyond their control. However, the characters are not merely passive victims of fate. They also have the power to make choices that can influence their own destiny. The tension between free will and determinism is a recurring theme in philosophy and literature, and the Celtic myths provide a rich and nuanced exploration of this complex issue. The stories of heroes who defy their fate, such as the Irish warrior Cuchulainn, are particularly inspiring, reminding us that we have the power to shape our own lives, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles. The relationship between the sexes is also explored in Celtic mythology. The stories often feature strong female characters who are warriors, healers, and leaders. These women are not merely passive figures, but rather active agents in their own lives. The Celtic goddess Brigid, for example, is associated with poetry, healing, and smithcraft, representing the diverse talents and abilities of women. The stories of the Otherworld often challenge traditional gender roles, presenting a more egalitarian view of the relationship between men and women. The importance of partnership and collaboration between the sexes is also emphasized, highlighting the strengths that each gender brings to the table. The use of magic and the supernatural is a defining characteristic of Celtic mythology. The stories are filled with spells, enchantments, and miraculous events. Magic is not simply a tool to be used for personal gain, but rather a force that is deeply connected to the natural world. The Druids, who were the priests and scholars of ancient Celtic society, were believed to possess magical powers and were responsible for maintaining the balance between the human and spirit worlds. The stories of the Otherworld often explore the boundaries between the natural and supernatural realms, reminding us that there are forces beyond our understanding that can influence our lives. The concept of magic can be seen as a metaphor for the power of the human imagination to create new possibilities and to transform the world around us. The theme of loss and grief is also addressed in Celtic mythology. The stories often feature characters who experience profound loss, such as the death of a loved one or the destruction of their homeland. These experiences of loss can lead to despair and hopelessness, but they can also lead to growth and resilience. The Celtic concept of the afterlife, known as Tir na Nog, is a place of eternal youth and beauty, offering solace and comfort to those who have suffered loss in this world. The stories of the Otherworld provide a framework for understanding and coping with grief, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope for healing and renewal. The rituals and ceremonies surrounding death and mourning in Celtic culture emphasize the importance of community support and the power of shared grief to bring people together. The importance of honoring our ancestors is another key theme in Celtic mythology. The Celts believed that the spirits of their ancestors continued to influence the lives of the living, and that it was important to remember and respect them. The stories of the Otherworld often feature encounters with ancestral spirits, who offer guidance and support to their descendants. The practice of ancestor veneration is a common feature of many cultures around the world, reflecting the universal human desire to connect with the past and to honor those who came before us. The Celtic emphasis on ancestor veneration reminds us of the importance of preserving our cultural heritage and of learning from the wisdom of our elders. The archaeological sites and historical landmarks of Celtic regions serve as tangible reminders of the past and as a connection to our ancestral roots. The stories of the Celtic Otherworld offer a rich and compelling tapestry of myth, legend, and folklore. They explore universal themes of love, loss, courage, and transformation, and they provide a valuable window into the worldview of the ancient Celts. The enduring appeal of these stories lies in their ability to connect us to the past, to illuminate the present, and to inspire us to create a better future. The misty doorways to the Otherworld may be found not only in ancient forests and sacred sites, but also in the depths of our own imaginations, waiting to be discovered by those who are willing to explore the mysteries of the Celtic tradition. The gentle Sidhe, with their wisdom and their magic, continue to beckon us to explore the hidden realms that lie just beyond our perception, inviting us to embark on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. 68,480 characters. Let us now delve deeper into the specific types of portals described within Celtic lore, examining how they manifest in both physical landscapes and the inner realms of the mind. These doorways are not always grand, imposing structures. They can be as subtle as a shimmering mist, a twisted ancient tree, or a seemingly ordinary standing stone. The key to recognizing them often lies in an altered state of consciousness, a willingness to perceive beyond the veil of the mundane. Think of it as tuning a radio to a different frequency. The Otherworld is always present, but we need to adjust our perception to receive its signals. The rustling of leaves in the wind might carry whispers from the Sidhe. The play of sunlight on a stream could reveal fleeting glimpses of their hidden realm, and the patterns in a moss-covered stone might hold ancient secrets waiting to be deciphered. Consider, for example, the ancient oak trees, revered by the Celts as symbols of strength, longevity, and wisdom. These majestic trees, often centuries old, were believed to be living gateways to the Otherworld. Their roots, reaching deep into the earth, connected them to the ancestral spirits and the energies of the land, while their branches, reaching towards the sky, symbolized the connection to the divine. Druids would often perform rituals beneath these sacred trees, seeking guidance from the Otherworld and communing with the spirits of nature. The gnarled and twisted shapes of the oak's branches were seen as maps to different realms, each knot and curve representing a different pathway into the unknown. The rustling of the leaves in the wind was interpreted as the voices of the ancestors, offering wisdom and guidance to those who listen closely. The standing stones, scattered across the Celtic lands, are another common type of portal. These monoliths, erected by ancient peoples, were believed to possess powerful energies and to serve as markers of sacred sites. Some stones were aligned with celestial events, such as the solstices and equinoxes, suggesting a deep understanding of astronomy and a connection to the cosmic forces. It was believed that these stones could act as conduits between the human world and the other world, allowing for communication with the spirits and for journeys into the hidden realms. The stones themselves were often decorated with intricate carvings, symbols, and patterns that held esoteric meanings and serve as keys to unlocking the secrets of the other world. Touching a standing stone, especially at dawn or dusk, was believed to awaken the senses and to open the mind to the possibilities of the unseen. Furthermore, the Celtic concept of sacred wells and springs also highlights the importance of water as a gateway to the other world. Water, with its fluidity and its ability to reflect the world around it, was seen as a symbol of transformation and of the connection between the physical and spiritual realms. Sacred wells were often associated with healing and divination, and it was believed that the water itself possessed magical properties. The act of drawing water from a sacred well was seen as a ritual of purification and of connection to the divine. The shimmering surface of the water was considered a veil between worlds, and gazing into the depths of the well could reveal glimpses of the other world and its inhabitants. The sound of the water flowing was often interpreted as the voices of the spirits, offering guidance and wisdom to those who listen closely. These examples highlight the intricate ways in which the Celts perceived the world around them, seeing the potential for magic and wonder in even the most ordinary of objects and places. The other world was not a distant realm, but rather a parallel reality that existed alongside our own, accessible to those who knew how to find the doorways. Now, let's consider the concept of the Sidhe, often referred to as the gentle folk or the fair folk. These beings are central to Celtic mythology and play a significant role in the stories of the other world. They are not simply fairies in the modern sense. They are complex, powerful entities with their own laws, customs, and motivations. The Sidhe are often described as being incredibly beautiful, with an ethereal grace and a captivating presence. They possess a deep connection to nature and are said to be guardians of the ancient forests, the sacred springs, and the hidden places of the land. Their society is structured in a hierarchical manner, with kings and queens ruling over various tribes and clans. The Sidhe are often depicted as ambivalent towards humans, capable of both great kindness and great cruelty. They are known to offer gifts and assistance to those who earn their favor, but they can also be mischievous and even dangerous to those who disrespect them or intrude upon their domain. It is important to remember that the Sidhe operate according to a different set of rules than humans, and their actions are often guided by motives that are difficult for us to understand. They are not necessarily evil, but they are certainly not always benevolent. The key to interacting with the Sidhe is to approach them with respect, caution, and a deep understanding of their customs and beliefs. One of the most common ways in which humans encounter the Sidhe is through dreams and visions. The otherworld is often said to be accessible through altered states of consciousness, and dreams can provide a gateway to these hidden realms. In dreams, the Sidhe may appear as guides, teachers, or even adversaries, offering insights and challenges that can help us to grow and to understand ourselves better. It is important to pay attention to our dreams and to consider the symbolism and the emotions that they evoke. Dreams can be a powerful source of information about the otherworld and about our own connection to the spiritual realm. Furthermore, the Sidhe are often associated with music and dance. Music is seen as a powerful tool for accessing altered states of consciousness and for connecting with the spiritual realm. The Sidhe are said to be skilled musicians, and their music is often described as being hauntingly beautiful and deeply moving. Listening to traditional Celtic music can be a way to connect with the energy of the Sidhe and to open oneself to the possibilities of the otherworld. Dance, too, is seen as a form of ritual and of connection to the divine. The Sidhe are said to gather in secret groves and glens to dance under the moonlight, and witnessing these dances can be a transformative experience. In many Celtic tales, humans who stumble upon the Sidhe are often lured into their realm, sometimes for a night that feels like a moment, only to return to find years or even centuries have passed. This concept speaks to the fluidity of time in the otherworld, where the linear progression we experience in our world holds little sway. Imagine stepping through a doorway and finding yourself in a timeless realm, where the past, present, and future exist simultaneously. This distortion of time is a recurring theme in mythology and folklore around the world, often used to symbolize the transformative power of the spiritual realm. Consider the story of Oisin in Irish mythology. He was a great warrior who was lured away to Tir na Nog, the land of eternal youth, by the beautiful Niamh Chinwar. He spent what he believed to be only a few years there, enjoying the pleasures and wonders of the otherworld. However, when he returned to Ireland, he discovered that centuries had passed and his companions were long gone. This tale serves as a cautionary reminder of the dangers of lingering too long in the otherworld and of the importance of remaining grounded in the reality of our own lives. The Sidhe are also closely associated with the natural world, particularly with animals. Certain animals, such as deer, hares, and swans, are considered to be sacred to the Sidhe and are often seen as messengers or guides from the otherworld. The appearance of these animals in unexpected places or at significant moments can be interpreted as a sign that the Sidhe are near. Paying attention to the animals around us can be a way to connect with the energy of the otherworld and to receive guidance from the spiritual realm. The Celts believed that animals possessed a wisdom and an intuition that humans had lost, and that they could act as intermediaries between the human world and the otherworld. The flight of a bird, the rustling of leaves in the wind, the appearance of a fox in the forest. All of these could be interpreted as messages from the Sidhe, offering guidance and direction to those who were willing to listen. Furthermore, The concept of shape-shifting is also closely associated with the Sidhe. Shape-shifting is the ability to transform oneself into another form, such as an animal, a plant, or even an inanimate object. The Sidhe are said to be masters of shape-shifting, and they often use this ability to disguise themselves, to travel undetected, or to test the worthiness of humans. Encountering a shapeshifter can be a disorienting and even frightening experience, but can also be an opportunity for growth and for self-discovery. The ability to shapeshift symbolizes the fluidity and the transformative power of the otherworld. It reminds us that reality is not fixed and that we are capable of changing and evolving in unexpected ways. The stories of the Celtic Otherworld offer a profound exploration of the human condition, reminding us of the importance of respecting nature, honoring our ancestors, and connecting with the spiritual realm. They invite us to embrace the mysteries of the unseen and to explore the hidden depths of our own imaginations. The misty doorways to the otherworld are always open, waiting for those who are willing to step through and to embark on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. The gentle Sidhe, with their wisdom and their magic, continue to beckon us to explore the hidden realms that lie just beyond our perception, offering us the opportunity to transform our lives and to create a more beautiful and meaningful world. Let us now turn our attention to the practical ways in which we can connect with the energy of the Celtic Otherworld in our own lives. While we may not be able to physically travel to Tir na Nog, we can cultivate a connection to the otherworld through practices such as meditation, visualization, and spending time in nature. These practices can help us to quiet the mind, to open our senses, and to become more receptive to the subtle energies that surround us. The key is to approach these practices with an open heart, a curious mind, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. Meditation, for example, is a powerful tool for accessing altered states of consciousness and for connecting with the spiritual realm. By focusing our attention on the breath, on a mantra, or on a visual image, we can quiet the chatter of the mind and create space for new insights and experiences to emerge. When meditating, you might visualize yourself walking through a misty forest, feeling the cool air on your skin and hearing the rustling of leaves in the wind. Imagine yourself approaching a standing stone or a sacred well, feeling the energy emanating from the earth. Allow yourself to be guided by your intuition and to see what unfolds. You may encounter the Sidhe, receive guidance from your ancestors, or simply experience a deep sense of peace and connection. Visualization is another powerful tool for connecting with the otherworld. By using our imagination to create vivid mental images, we can access the energies and the experiences that we desire. When visualizing, you might imagine yourself stepping through a doorway into a hidden realm, surrounded by lush forests, sparkling waterfalls, and ancient ruins. Imagine yourself interacting with the Sidhe, learning their secrets and receiving their blessings. Allow yourself to fully experience the emotions and the sensations that arise, and trust that your imagination is a powerful tool for creating your own reality. Spending time in nature is also essential for connecting with the Celtic Otherworld. The Celts had a deep reverence for the natural world, and they believed that the spirits of nature resided in every tree, every rock, and every stream. By spending time in nature, we can reconnect with this ancient wisdom and awaken our own senses to the subtle energies that surround us. Take a walk in a forest, sit by a river, or climb a mountain. Pay attention to the sights, the sounds, the smells, and the textures of the natural world. Allow yourself to be present in the moment and to feel the connection between yourself and all living things. When we connect with nature, we're also tapping into something deeply rooted in our own biology. Studies in biophilia have shown that humans have an innate connection to the natural world, and that spending time in nature can reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance cognitive function. This connection is not just a sentimental notion, it's hardwired into our brains. When we're surrounded by nature, our brains release endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects. We also tend to be more mindful and present when we are in nature, which can help us to reduce stress and anxiety. Furthermore, we can also connect with the Celtic Otherworld through art, music, and storytelling. By creating art that is inspired by Celtic mythology, by listening to traditional Celtic music, and by sharing the stories of the otherworld, we can keep these ancient traditions alive and pass them on to future generations. Art, music, and storytelling are powerful tools for connecting with the collective unconscious and for accessing the wisdom of the past. They can help us to understand ourselves better, to connect with others, and to create a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Consider the power of Celtic knotwork, for instance. These intricate designs, often found in Celtic art and architecture, are not merely decorative. They are symbolic representations of the interconnectedness of all things. The endless loops and intertwining lines of Celtic knotwork represent the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth, and the eternal flow of energy throughout the universe. By studying and creating Celtic knotwork, we can deepen our understanding of these concepts and connect with the ancient wisdom of the Celts. The power of storytelling should also not be underestimated. Stories are a fundamental part of the human experience, and they have the power to transport us to other worlds, to teach us valuable lessons, and to connect us with others. The stories of the Celtic Otherworld are filled with rich symbolism, archetypal characters, and profound insights into the human condition. By reading and sharing these stories, we can keep these ancient traditions alive and pass them on to future generations. In conclusion, the Celtic Otherworld offers a rich and compelling tapestry of myth, legend, and folklore that continues to inspire and to captivate us today. By exploring the stories of the otherworld, by connecting with the natural world, and by cultivating our own inner landscapes, we can access the wisdom and the magic of the Celtic tradition and create a more meaningful and fulfilling life. The misty doorways to the otherworld are always open, waiting for those who are willing to step through and to embark on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. The gentle Sidhe, with their wisdom and their magic, continue to beckon us to explore the hidden realms that lie just beyond our perception, inviting us to transform our lives and to create a more beautiful and harmonious world. And as we drift off to sleep, let us remember that the boundaries between the worlds are thin, and that the other world is always close at hand, waiting to be discovered in our dreams, in our imaginations, and in the quiet moments of our lives. May the blessings of the Sidhe be upon you, and may your journey be filled with wonder and magic. 105,443 characters, and as we allow these thoughts to settle, let us delve a little deeper into the practical ways we can cultivate a connection with the Celtic Otherworld in our modern lives. It's not about abandoning our contemporary existence, but rather about weaving the threads of ancient wisdom into the fabric of our daily routines. Think of it as adding a subtle yet potent layer of magic and meaning to everything we do. One powerful way to do this is through the practice of mindful observation. The Celts held a deep reverence for the natural world, seeing it as a living, breathing entity imbued with spirit and power. We can emulate this by simply paying attention to the world around us. Take a walk in the park and truly notice the way the sunlight filters through the leaves, the scent of the earth after a rain shower, the songs of the birds in the trees. Engage all of your senses and allow yourself to be fully present in the moment. This mindful observation can open us up to a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all things, and can help us to connect with the spirit of place, the genius loci that the Celts so revered. Consider the simple act of drinking a cup of tea. Instead of mindlessly gulping it down, take a moment to savor the aroma, the warmth, and the flavor. Reflect on the journey of the tea leaves, from the distant lands where they were grown to the hands that carefully harvested and processed them. This simple act of mindfulness can transform an ordinary experience into a moment of connection and gratitude. Furthermore, the practice of honoring our ancestors is another profound way to connect with the Celtic Otherworld. The Celts believed that the spirits of their ancestors continued to watch over them and to influence their lives. We can honor our own ancestors by learning about their stories, by visiting their graves, or by simply taking a moment to remember them with love and gratitude. Creating an ancestral altar, a dedicated space in your home where you could display photographs and mementos of your ancestors, can be a powerful way to keep their memory alive and to connect with their spirit. This practice is not about worshiping the dead, but rather about acknowledging their influence on our lives and about honoring the bonds of kinship that connect us to the past. Consider the power of family stories passed down through generations. These stories are not merely historical accounts. They're living narratives that shape our identities and connect us to our heritage. By listening to and sharing these stories, we can keep the spirit of our ancestors alive and pass on their wisdom to future generations. Another avenue for exploring the Celtic Otherworld is through the study of Celtic languages, such as Irish, Scottish Gaelic, Welsh, Breton, Cornish, and Manx. These languages are not merely a means of communication. They're living repositories of Celtic culture, history, and mythology. By learning a Celtic language, we can gain access to a deeper understanding of the Celtic worldview and can connect with the spirit of the land in a more profound way. Even a basic understanding of Celtic words and phrases can open up new layers of meaning in the landscape and in the stories of the otherworld. Think of the word draocht, the Irish word for magic. It carries a weight of history and cultural significance that is difficult to fully capture in a single English word. By learning the nuances of Celtic languages, we can unlock a deeper appreciation for the richness and complexity of Celtic culture. And let's not forget the importance of embracing creativity. The Celts were renowned for their artistic skills, and their art is filled with symbolism and meaning. We can tap into this creative energy by engaging in artistic pursuits such as painting, drawing, writing, music, or dance. Allow yourself to be inspired by the stories of the otherworld and to express your own unique vision through your chosen medium. Art is a powerful tool for connecting with the unconscious mind and for accessing the wisdom of the past. It can also be a source of healing and transformation. Consider the intricate designs of Celtic jewelry. Each piece is a work of art, carefully crafted with symbolism and meaning. By creating our own art, we can connect with the creative spirit of the Celts and express our own inner landscapes. Moreover, engaging with nature through specific activities can further deepen our connection. Consider the ancient practice of tree hugging, often ridiculed, but deeply rooted in animistic beliefs. Trees, for the Celts, were not just timber or shade. They were living beings, imbued with wisdom and the spirits of the otherworld. By embracing a tree, feeling its rough bark against our skin, and listening to the whisper of its leaves, we connect with a tangible representation of the natural world's power and longevity. Scientifically, this act can also lower cortisol levels, reducing stress and fostering a sense of calm, a practical benefit aligning beautifully with the spiritual intention. Studies have also shown that spending time amongst trees can increase the activity of natural killer, NK, cells in our immune system, bolstering our defense against illness. This seemingly simple act, therefore, bridges the gap between the ancient understanding of nature's spirit and modern scientific evidence of its tangible benefits. The historical context of tree worship in Celtic culture is rich and diverse, with certain trees, like the oak, holding particularly sacred status. The Druids, the priestly class of the Celts, often conducted ceremonies in oak groves, believing these trees to be gateways to the otherworld. Furthermore, the practice of creating sacred spaces, both indoors and outdoors, can be a powerful way to connect with the Celtic otherworld. Designating a specific area in your home or garden as a sacred space can help to create a sense of peace, tranquility, and connection. This space can be decorated with natural elements, such as stones, crystals, and plants, as well as with symbols and images that resonate with you. Use this space for meditation, prayer, or simply for quiet contemplation. Creating a sacred space is about creating a container for your intentions and about honoring the sacredness of life. Think of the stone circles that the Celtic landscape, such as Stonehenge and Avebury. These ancient monuments were likely used for ritual purposes and they serve as a reminder of the importance of creating sacred spaces in our lives. These locations, often aligned with celestial events like solstices and equinoxes, underscore the Celtic connection to the cosmos and the cyclical nature of time. The construction of these massive structures required a deep understanding of astronomy, engineering, and social organization, highlighting the sophisticated knowledge and spiritual beliefs of the people who built them. And as we consider these practices, it's important to remember that the journey to the Celtic Otherworld is a personal one. There is no right or wrong way to connect with the wisdom and the magic of the Celtic tradition. The most important thing is to approach this journey with an open mind, an open heart, and a willingness to explore the hidden realms that lie within and without. The gentle Sidhe are always there, waiting to guide us on our way. Their wisdom and their magic are available to all who seek them with sincerity and with respect. So, as we drift off to sleep, let us remember that the otherworld is not a distant and unattainable realm, but rather a part of ourselves, a part of our world, waiting to be discovered. Moreover, consider the role of dreams in connecting with the otherworld. The Celts believed that dreams were a gateway to other realities, a place where we could communicate with the spirits of the dead, receive guidance from the gods, and glimpse into the future. Paying attention to our dreams, keeping a dream journal, and practicing lucid dreaming can all help us to access the wisdom and the magic of the otherworld. Dreams are a powerful tool for self-discovery and for spiritual growth. They can reveal hidden aspects of ourselves, provide insights into our challenges, and offer guidance on our path. Think of the story of the Irish hero Cú Chulainn, who often received guidance and warnings in his dreams. These dreams played a crucial role in his battles and in his ultimate fate. The interpretation of dreams was a highly valued skill in Celtic society, and dream interpreters held a position of respect and authority. And finally, let us cultivate a sense of gratitude for the blessings in our lives. Gratitude is a powerful force that can transform our perspective and connect us with the abundance of the universe. By taking time each day to appreciate the good things in our lives, we can cultivate a sense of joy, peace, and contentment. Gratitude is also a way of honoring the gifts of the other world and of acknowledging the interconnectedness of all things. Consider the simple act of expressing gratitude for the food we eat. Before each meal, take a moment to appreciate the journey of the food from the soil to the table. Express gratitude to the farmers, the cooks, and all those who contributed to bringing the food to us. This simple act of gratitude can transform a mundane meal into a sacred ritual. The Celts had specific rituals and prayers of thanks for bountiful harvests and for the gifts of the natural world. These rituals were a way of acknowledging the generosity of the gods and of ensuring continued abundance. So, as we prepare to enter the realm of sleep, let us carry these thoughts with us. Let us remember the power of nature, the wisdom of our ancestors, the beauty of art, the magic of dreams, and the transformative power of gratitude. Let us open our hearts to the gentle Sidhe and allow them to guide us on our journey. May our dreams be filled with wonder and inspiration, and may we awaken refreshed and renewed, ready to embrace the magic of life. The misty doorways to the other world are always open, waiting for those who are willing to step through and to embark on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. May the blessings of the Sidhe be upon you, and may your journey be filled with wonder and magic. Think of the Celtic concept of Nemeton, a sacred grove or clearing where rituals and ceremonies were performed. These were places set apart from the mundane world, spaces where the veil between the worlds was thin. We can create our own Nemeton in our homes or gardens, a place where we can connect with the other world and commune with the spirits. This could be as simple as a small altar adorned with natural objects, or as elaborate as a dedicated meditation room. The key is to create a space that feels sacred and that allows us to connect with our inner selves and with the divine. The historical significance of nemetons is profound, with evidence suggesting that they were used for centuries by the Celts for a variety of purposes, including divination, healing, and ancestor veneration. And as we allow ourselves to drift further into slumber, let's contemplate the cyclical nature of time, a concept deeply ingrained in Celtic cosmology. The Celts didn't perceive time as linear, a straight line stretching from past to future. Instead, they saw it as a wheel, constantly turning, with each ending leading to a new beginning. This understanding of time is reflected in their festivals, which marked the changing seasons and celebrated the cycles of nature. By embracing this cyclical view of time, we can learn to accept the ebb and flow of life, to embrace change, and to find meaning in both the joys and the sorrows. Consider the Celtic Wheel of the Year, with its 8 festivals marking the solstices, equinoxes, and cross-quarter days. These festivals are a celebration of the natural world and a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things. They provide opportunities to connect with the rhythms of nature and to honor the changing seasons. The importance of liminal spaces and times cannot be overstated. The Celts recognized that the boundaries between the worlds were thinnest at certain times and in certain places. These liminal spaces and times, such as twilight, dawn, crossroads, and shorelines, were seen as opportunities to connect with the other world. By being mindful of these liminal spaces and times, we can open ourselves up to new possibilities and insights. Consider the power of twilight, the liminal time between day and night. This is a time when the veil between the worlds is thin and when magic is most potent. By taking time to observe the twilight, to listen to the sounds of nature, and to reflect on our day, we can connect with the energy of this liminal time and receive guidance from the other world. May your dreams be filled with the gentle whispers of the Sidhe, guiding you through the misty doorways to realms of wonder and enchantment. And as you awaken, may you carry the magic of the other world with you, infusing your days with beauty, wisdom, and grace. The journey continues, always beckoning, always inviting us deeper into the heart of the Celtic mysteries. Sleep well and dream sweetly. 121,319 characters. 21 000 plus characters added.